Welcome to Nacho Fitness Coach,
the podcast where fitness is more about fun than form.
I'm Sara, the fitness expert who lifts heavy and loves a good challenge.
And I'm Caleigh, a newbie who runs more for survival than sport.
We're here to remind you that fitness doesn't have to be serious,
but we definitely take the snacks seriously.
So if you're looking for some laughs and a few questionable fitness tips,
you've come to the right place. Welcome to season 5. Hey, welcome back to Nacho Fitness Coach, the podcast where Sara decided to share her fitness wisdom with the world and somehow settled for me as her co-host.
It was your dream.
I love you. You always
chose me.
You always have this big spiel about how this podcast was my idea. It was my dream, but it's like,
it's not. I drug you into this, didn't I?
You really did.
It's good for you.
It's been great for me.
You would have just never done it.
Anything, ever.
You know, you'd be sitting out on that farm, all locked up, just not having any interaction.
That's really kind of where I was.
You were.
Well, and even like the fitness journey in general, like I had to keep going.
Yeah.
Because we have a podcast.
Right. Yeah. Now it's just for the content.
Well, it's like I can't just stop.
No, it's become part of who you are.
Sitting here like 250 pounds.
That would not work. I'd be like, we can't be a co-host anymore. Fired.
And you'd be like, not only that, but I also can't be your friend.
Right. I mean, I'm not really sure at that point what interests we would have, and that would be common.
It's okay.
You know, the interests we have right now that are common are somewhat questionable anyway. So
I'm just trying to keep up with you. What's questionable?
Do we have anything? What do we have in common? Do we have things in common? We drink wine.
We have kids. We drink wine. I think we have similar morals and values.
Yeah, we do.
At a fundamental level.
We do. Yep.
Sense of humor, kind of.
Yeah.
I think I take it.
Good interactions together.
Yeah. Good vibes. It's our vibes.
It is
That's
our vibes.
what it is.
That's all we need.
Vibes.
All we need are the vibes. All we need. That's all we need. We're just vibing. So
glad you're my friend.
I'm so glad you're my friend.
Oh my gosh. Look, I said
it. You've been promoted. It's not just about being in the same room.
Yeah, I remember a while back you told me I choose to be near you. Like that was like that's a high compliment coming from Sara. Like I really was like, oh shit.
I don't choose to be around very many people.
I know you don't, and I actually don't either. We do have that in common.
That is, we do. We're
not people.
No. I'm happy being a social hermit as much as possible.
I am too. You fake it way better than I do, though. You're not as socially awkward as I am.
No.
Every interaction I leave, I think about. I'm like, why did I say that? And I mean, it haunts me.
Oh, I don't think about that.
I mean, even after leaving, like we have a weekend of these recording sessions. Yeah. And like, that's literally all I think about for the next 2 to 3 weeks is like, why did I say that?
I literally forget everything that I've said.
Yeah.
So it's not until social media comes back.
Yeah.
And the videos pop up and I was like, oh yeah, we did talk about that.
I've had things that I've said where I'm like, I'm trying to figure out like how to edit it out.
Which we don't edit out anything.
I've edited out a couple things that you didn't know about.
In video, maybe, but like in our...
No.
What?
I know how to edit the podcast.
There's no way. Really?
Absolutely.
You cut out stuff from our podcast?
I have.
That's the good stuff.
No, it's not good stuff.
Yeah, it would be.
I've done it one time.
Caleigh. I'm going to take away your access to RSS.
I have Adobe. It's all in the drive. I know what I'm doing. Listen.
I know, but if you didn't have access to RSS, you couldn't re-upload the new one. I would upload the one from our editor, and you would have no choice.
Sara, you upload everything on RSS. The original is in the drive. I take the one from the drive.
Yeah.
Edit it in Adobe Audition.
Yeah.
Replace the one in the drive.
I don't have to do that anymore.
And I put it back in RSS.
I don't have to know any of that. I don't have to do any of that anymore because you don't get it back from our editor. I do. I don't have to put it in the drive.
You do, though.
Not really.
I need them for our videos, though.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
we listen and we don't judge.
We should not be editing because that's the whole point is we are not clipping stuff out. Shame on you.
It was one thing.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we've been lying to you all this whole time. Like we hit record and everything
Alan's
just
mad at me
goes.
too. I can tell by the look on his face.
You probably did it to protect something.
I'm disappointed.
My integrity.
Well, then you should have thought enough to not say it in the first place.
What's this episode about?
Well, apparently it's going to be me lecturing you about editing our episodes. No more. Whatever. If it flies out of your mouth, it's going out.
I will be mindful of that.
Yeah, you probably should start thinking about what you're saying. Unbelievable. All right.
I didn't know you were going to take it that hard.
Unbelievable.
It was one little thing.
What was it? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. A long time ago.
It's obnoxious. Okay. Anyways, so let's talk about. So when I did my nutrition certifications, Precision Nutrition is who I have my certifications through.
Mm-hmm.
I did level 1, which is like this whole thing. You got to study, you got to take the test, do the whole thing.
Okay.
And then they have level 2, which is a whole new like thing. So it's like a year-long curriculum. You have daily things, you've got tests, you've got homework, you've got to do all of these things. And it's a coaching program, right? Because if you take a look at like nutrition specifically, anything that you're changing behavior, you're a coach, right? Because there's all these other things that are coming into it, like the psychology behind it, and why you're making the choices and change behavior and all of the things.
Okay. All of the things.
So all of them,
Every single one.
all the things, all the things, all the things. See, Caleigh informed me that she's taking a ticker of like
More editing.
two of my like catchphrases that I don't listen to the episodes. After we record them, I'm done. Like it's chapters closed. I've said it. We're over. I don't listen to them. They're like nuggets that I'll see on social media. But
I take our episodes and I go and find the timestamps of every time she says all the things. And so there we go.
Yeah.
And
Apparently it happens a lot.
I'm gonna
but
do something with
have
them.
a compilation
Put them all in
video.
a little shadow box, and
That sounds like fun. Okay, well, you enjoy that.
I will.
So what I remembered was that when I graduated from level 2 in the coaching program, and I was doing my Healthy Habits University program, then I was offering part of the curriculum out to clients, and I was helping them kind of go through their own personal journey of nutrition changes and behavior modifications, all the things. So it was a year-long program then. Like I was using the curriculum and coaching clients.
Sure.
And there were 3 specific kind of email sequences that people could sign up for to get. That was like a mini coaching program for free, right? I think it's maybe time for a little quick ad break.
Hey y'all, thanks for listening. This is show producer Audio Allen. While the girls are taking a break, like, follow, and subscribe. And stick around, we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. And I was like, oh, I should go back through some of that content that I had. And we could just republish the email sequences if people were interested in getting them. But I thought we could talk about the information and it would be a good topic. So the first one for today is the kitchen rescue. Yeah, the kitchen rescue. So how do you go, like, where do you even start? If you're
How do you rescue your kitchen?
Yeah, how do you, if you want to make changes, the first place you should start is cleaning out your kitchen, right? Because if you have purchased it and it is in your home, it will be consumed by someone in your home.
Yeah.
Whether it's you, a family member, like if it is physically there,
It's like the Gushers.
it will be eaten at some point by someone in your household,
Probably
most likely,
me.
right? So if you have made the choice to buy it and it's there, it's going to get eaten. So it's like, all right, well, what could be a possible good first step to going through and being like, okay, where should I start? Well, I would say the immediate first step is going through what's in your like pantry. You're welcome. Going through what you already have, figuring out, okay, is this something that I need to have going forward? Obviously, sometimes you don't want to go on a binge and just like throw away food, right? Like whatever. It could be a stage, or some people just need that. I'm going to go through it and we're starting fresh. So it just kind of depends on whatever works best for your situation. But it's important to just remember whatever you have brought into your house, choosing to purchase, like you're going to eat, right?
Sure.
So it's how do you kind of go through and how do you clean that out and how do you start and picking your stuff. And then it's like, okay, so now that we've got all the right ingredients, how do we make meals?
Okay.
Which is a big question for people. Like, I get that question a lot. People are like, well, do you have healthy recipes? I'm like, I just focus on the ingredients.
We know this.
So
like, here's a plain piece of chicken and some broccoli.
Yep. So here you go. So it's kind of goes through then and it says, all right, well, here is how do you create your perfect meal? And it gives steps and it kind of walks you through. Here's what you should do.
I like this.
It's kind of fun.
This is like I like this.
It's like, okay, step 1, choose one ingredient from each of the 4 columns below. And so it like lines things out, right? Yeah. I love balanced nutrition. It gives you like categories. And it's like, here's some examples in each of these.
For your protein,
choose
your vegetable,
one of these.
Your smart carb. And
absolutely.
healthy fat.
So it's like, choose one item from each category. Okay. And then it's all super colorful. And it even gives you like some preparation ideas, like how to cook it. Because that'll also be a sticking point for some people. It's like, ooh, I'm going to try something new. But exactly how do
I'm some people.
How do I cook that? Okay. So you're picking one from each category. All right. Now you're good. Then precision nutrition is really big on understanding portion sizes as it relates to your hand. Mostly because they want it to be quick and easy and something that's with you all the time. Yeah. So if you're starting to try to go down this journey of like, oh, I'm trying to figure out like if I'm eating too much, too little, sometimes getting a food scale is daunting. Sometimes having like to measure all your stuff or like having cups or serving sizes. I mean, it takes a level of complexity.
Yep.
And so they're really big on like here, measure the protein needs to be the palm of your hand. Vegetable needs to be the size of your fist. So it's volume versus like carbs, fats. So it's, wanting to kind of go through and say, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Right. Going through all of the different categories.
Oh, right. You almost said it.
I did. I changed it up though. You're welcome. So then that's your step 2. So one's picking what, then it's pick from this, and then it's pick how much. Here's general, men versus women, a good guideline. What I do also like is that under step 2, like it kind of talks about making more than one portion so you have leftovers.
Yeah.
Which if you're going to take the time to make food, I'm always like, make it all. If you're going to scramble eggs, scramble all 12 while you're doing it. Because you can put them in the fridge and like warm them back up and they're fine. I know some people struggle with leftovers. I don't get that.
It's like once it goes into my fridge, it's just like the land of the lost. Like it's just like, if it goes in, it's probably not coming back out.
I am the complete opposite. I absolutely do. I despise taking the time to prep food.
Yeah.
So like if I'm going to prep it, I'm going to go for volume. And then that way it's there, grab and go. Because if it's more accessible, if it's cooked, it's ready to go. Same thing they'll say with like fruits. The second you get them home.
Sure.
Get them home, get them ready to eat, like all of,
Yeah, that's very true.
All of it.
I'm
ready to
horrible
go.
At that.
Okay, 3. Choose your garnishes. Spices. Spices are a great way to change the flavor of food. Now, I also feel like I prefer to cook, especially meats, without seasonings.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you bulk.
You can add them later.
Yes. And then it changes. Okay, so if you've got chicken, you could keep one as a chicken breast and eat it that way. One, you could cut it up into chunks and have that another way. You could shred one of them. And then you can add the different spices to give it the different flavor. So it kind of gives you a good list of like, all right, here's some Italian spices, Mexican, Thai, Indian. And it's like, here's the different flavors that you could go for based on like what you prefer to give it some different flavor. And then it goes through cooking, right? So I add spices after. You could add it before and then just like dice it up. I mean, it kind of depends on how you like to do your thing. So anyways, it gives you that because spices can really help with flavor without adding calories, which is great.
Yeah.
And then step 5, which I think is actually kind of funny. That the step 5 is just put it all on your plate. There you go.
Sometimes people just need to be thoroughly walked through.
Well, process, to make sure. And so it simplifies it. People will ask me a lot about the recipes. Recipes can get really super complicated, but this is just a great way to be like, okay, it's based on ingredients.
Yeah.
Take your choices, mix and match, and like away you go. Like you're not making something that's super complicated. But then there are some sample meals where it's, if you have a specific, Thai versus Indian, like if you like different flavors, Mexican, and it's easy to do. There's a template, gives you some master prep kind of tips. So I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's like an email. I think I did like 5 or 6 emails in a sequence, and you just kind of drips out and gives you like tips along the way, and then send you the info. This is one big picture, right? But I've always liked their stuff because it's very colorful.
Yeah.
It's very
That's fun.
Bubbly and happy and animated. And here's some night before things that you can do.
I wish you would have shared this with me a long time ago.
Sorry. Well, you had to learn the hard way, I guess. It's more important. But I did actually there was a deal that I found on ball jars on Amazon, like around Black Friday time, that my latest thing has been trying to figure out a good recipe for overnight oats. I think it's maybe time for a little quick ad break. If you have something to share with us or even suggest a new topic idea, email us at nachofitnesscoach@gmail.com. All right, we're back. I know, I think it's going to take me a while to kind of figure it out because the one I did most recently was just too mushy. I can't figure out if it's mushy because I added too much milk or if it's because of what else was in it. But anyways, that's my goal, is to try to get...
I tried to do the overnight oats thing for a while.
A good overnight oats recipe that's it's still chewy, like it's not mushy. It's going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while.
I tapped out.
So,
like, if you're having to gag your way through breakfast,
that's a problem.
Ugh.
Did you ever do like the whole rolled oats?
I did.
Did you?
Listen, I did all the things, and then I eventually...
You did the what?
All the things. So there we go. And then I started ordering the brand, the oats overnight.
Yeah, I know. I have a bunch of those packets too.
I couldn't. It's a texture thing. I couldn't do it. I literally was gagging.
Yeah, they cut their oats into like quick oats.
I tried warming them up. I couldn't do it. So,
I
close that chapter.
I did for a while, and then I just decided that I wasn't liking drinking it.
I have never been a big breakfast person anyway.
Right.
And so for me to wake up and try and choke something down that I don't like is
right.
It's just not good.
So I did take one of those and I tried to do it warm, like the next morning.
Yeah.
See if that was better. But I prefer the rolled oats to be whole. Like if they start chopping them up to where they make them like quicker in the minute oats, it changes the texture enough for me that like I'm out.
It's nasty.
It's not great. Know. It's not my favorite.
Listen, so don't feel bad if you can't drink oats because they're not drinkable.
They're really not.
That's insane.
I know. I tried and I thought they'd be the perfect morning solution for me too because I just grabbed the shaker bottle and go and I was having a hard time getting it down too. I tried. So, but then it goes through and it gives you just in the morning, here's some prep ideas, and here's if you got 1 versus 2 people, and here's things that you can do in a jar.
Wait, in the morning, do quicker prep tests like washing, chopping, boiling, and toasting. I'm not doing any of those 4 things in the morning.
Well, then you don't have to. I mean, you can be done with it. Do it like once a week. Get it all ready to go. Here's how you do scrambling eggs on Monday. It's like, here you go, and then you have some extra leftovers for Tuesday or
prep foods that will keep for a day or 2, but not longer.
Different ingredients.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Keep all night long. Oh, chili. I love chili. It's so good.
These are so great. Thank you so much for sharing these with me. Well, I think these are wonderful.
Super shakes, right? Because I know you're kind of going through a shake thing. Obviously, they have a preference of shakes versus like juicing and juice bars. I
still need to get a new blender.
Whole foods and vegetables. Good blenders.
I'm still holding a plate over my blender because I lost the lid.
Oh, yeah. You probably need a new one. The Magic Bullet is actually really super great. It does a good job. We also do love our Vitamix, but our Vitamix is they're huge.
We got our blender 16 years ago when we got married.
You need to upgrade. You should have done like a Black Friday deal or something.
Probably.
A good Vitamix. But, then shakes are a really big thing that Precision Nutrition coaches a lot, and I am a huge fan of protein shakes. I feel like they're a great way to get in a lot of different nutrients, and you can make them super delicious. So there you go. Then it's kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown on how to make a super shake.
Crazy. This is wild. I'm going to print this out and tape it up in my
Well, you're
kitchen.
welcome. You don't even have to sign up for the email
Thank you. Yeah,
sequence. I
got this for free.
You did, but we could
One of the perks of being Sarah's friend, of being a person that she chooses to spend time near.
I give you my infographics. So there we go. You can mix and match and do your thing and test it out and whatnot, but we'll have to reactivate this email sequence, and we could post a link to sign up for it in the show notes or something. If people are interested in getting it, they can go through the little email sequence and get it.
It'll be our first piece of premium content.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Unlock it and pay.
Pay up.
Pay up. I don't think anyone's going to pay for our content. Do you think?
Depends on what the content is.
I am not doing feet pictures. So strange. That's a thing. I mean, I get it. To each their home, but whew.
We might put your push-ups from last episode up behind a paywall, because I'd pay to see that again.
I will do that for you anytime. You know what? Now I know I need to work on.
You do need to work on those.
I need to work on my chest strength.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's pretty bad. I knew it was going to be bad. I knew that was not going to end well, but hey, I still tried.
Kudos.
So I tried. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? This is good though, right? I mean, this would be a good starter.
I love this. Yeah. No, I'm just tickled.
I had kind of forgotten about it. I mean, obviously, I promise if I would have remembered I had this, I would have. Well, I mean, it was from like 2017.
You'd be like, just figure it out. Every time I ask you something, you're like, just quit being a little bitch and figure it out for yourself.
You know what? It actually makes you better doing it on your own.
You're like,
so you're welcome.
You can't be this stupid. You can't figure this out. That's how Sarah talks to me.
That is what your head is saying to you.
I have the text messages.
I would never say that. It's you versus you, Caleigh. You versus you.
You're like, you're so dumb.
Sounds like a you problem.
No, I love this. Man. This is super great. Honestly, I do. I'm thrilled with it. Maybe once I get off the carnivore diet.
I know. I kind of feel like I should
maybe I should follow this.
Replicate. I mean, it's active. Yeah, 2017.
So you own this? I know you didn't make this, but you own this? So you have rights to it?
So yes, because it was part of their coaching.
You're
their
free
level
to
2 coaching.
Distribute?
Yeah, because once you
so it'd be like we're coaching
program,
our listeners?
Yeah. So because they also recently, which I took it too long ago, which I'm kind of bummed about a little bit, but they actually just announced that the curriculum, the Precision Nutrition Level 2 curriculum, is now a certified course to be able to take the exam to be a board certified nutrition and wellness coach, which you know how I am with credentials.
Love
I'm
them.
Ooh, I would love to be officially
I'll take that one.
Board certified nutrition and wellness coach, because I do feel like that is kind of the next stage of professionals that are going to come in, mostly because the medical profession, they don't get that.
Yeah.
And so I think there's becoming this need for a official board certification credential that will give people an easier way to kind of sort through who's really certified, who's not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because it makes it just more official. So I was like, oh, that would be great. Now the level 2 curriculum is certified. I could just go take the exam, right? Because I know the information. I've already went through the course. Well, they didn't approve the course to be part an approved curriculum before 2022, and I took it in 2014. So I took it in all of 14 or 15, somewhere around there. Maybe I started when I was 14, I think. So it's been a while. I don't know how much the curriculum or course has changed.
Yeah.
But I'm not eligible to take it to be board certified. And I'm not going to retake it because I already paid to do it once. So anyways, man. I'm one test away from being board certified is what I'm saying.
Darn it.
Anyways, so maybe I'll have to reactivate this or find the link. I think it still says that it's active. I wonder how I can edit in the settings. There we go. Convert this automation. Oh, see, I'll just convert it. We'll have it. I'll update it. We can share it. If people want it. Sounds great.
Sounds good.
We'll do it.
I love it.
Add it to the website. Maybe 2 people could find it. So there you go.
There you go. All the things.
All the things.
We done? Are you done?
I'm done. Are you done?
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Can we think of anything else to talk about for 5 minutes?
Do we need to? No, that's not good enough.
We don't have to.
I don't really think we need to get to like, if we're done. I think we're done. There we go. So if you're interested in seeing the graphic that we just kind of like walked through, watch for the links to get the email sequence.
Yeah.
And just take it and run.
Perfect.
That's it.
Okay.
Until next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to head over to our Instagram at Nacho Fitness Coach and let us know how you feel about the topic. Do you love it or hate it?
Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening. And if you like our podcast, leave us a rating. See you next time.
You've been listening to Euphony Innovatives Sonified.